Story 1 of 2. Far by-election, One Nation vs Independent Michelle Milthorpe battle for NSW seat. Far by-election, One Nation vs Independent Michelle Milthorpe battle for NSW seat. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The Far by-election is scheduled for May 9, 2026, triggered by Susan Lay's resignation as MP after 25 years in office. Michelle Milthorpe, an independent candidate backed by Climate 200 and Voices of Far, is a frontrunner in the by-election, having reduced Lay's margin to 6.2% in the 2025 federal election. David Farley, a One Nation candidate and local agribusiness consultant, is also a frontrunner, with One Nation aiming to win its first lower house seat in federal parliament. The Liberal and National parties are both fielding candidates in Far, Risa Butkowski, Liberal, and Brad Robertson, Nationals. Both the Liberal and National parties are preferencing One Nation ahead of Milthorpe on their how-to-vote cards, which could significantly impact the outcome. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian states Michelle Milthorpe's first preference vote in the 2025 election was 20%, while the ABC does not specify her exact percentage but notes she reduced Lay's margin to 6.2%. The ABC reports One Nation's support has fallen slightly in recent polls, from 26% to 24%, while The Guardian does not mention a specific drop in support but notes One Nation remains a frontrunner. The Guardian's Malcolm Turnbull op-ed claims One Nation's policies are divisive and hateful, while the ABC's Peter Beattie acknowledges One Nation's rise is driven by voter disenchantment but does not explicitly endorse Turnbull's characterization of the party's policies. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, and news.com.au. Story 2 of 2. Australia's federal government scales back inland rail project funding and scope. Australia's federal government scales back inland rail project funding and scope. Here's what every outlet agrees on. The federal government has halted funding for the Inland Rail project beyond Parkes, NSW, leaving only the Beveridge, Victoria, to Parkes section to be completed by late 2027. The total estimated cost of the full Inland Rail project has ballooned to over $45 billion, more than 3 times the current budget allocation. $1.75 billion in previously announced off-budget funding will be reallocated to complete the Beveridge to Parkes section by the end of 2027. Infrastructure Minister Catherine King stated the government is taking sensible decisions to realign the future of inland rail and build a safe, efficient, and reliable network for the future. The original Inland Rail project was planned to span 1,600 to 1,700 kilometers from Melbourne to Brisbane, but the revised plan terminates at Parkes, covering only about half the distance. But not all outlets told the same story. The ABC states the original route was 1,600 kilometers, while The Guardian states it was 1,700 kilometers. The ABC mentions the project was originally pledged with $300 million by both Labor and the Coalition in 2013, but The Guardian does not reference this specific figure. The Guardian notes that the government had budgeted $14.5 billion for the freight link, while the ABC does not explicitly state this figure. This story was covered by ABC News and The Guardian.